call this budget session meeting for, I was gonna say January 29th, for December 29th. To order, would be a little late, but it was January 29th.
Yeah.
So.
No, you're early. You're a month early.
Well, that's true. So I think this is, yeah, 16. So good, I've got more than one. So to go through the budget, a couple of things here. I'll pass it around. I've got these in the mail so you can look at them. The second one is the Area 15 of the Regional Housing Trust Fund. And it's the annual fund dues or whatever. And this one, which we haven't contributed to before, don't know that we would this time either. But we get lots of requests from different entities to fund. Years ago, it didn't used to be quite as much of a problem as it is today. So years ago, we gave $9,000 a year out to Milestones. Then we found out Milestones was sending that all up to Davenport, so we quit and gave it to the senior center. But that's dwindled over the years too.
Mhm.
Well, we haven't seen any revenue in the violation of county ordinances, have we?
No,
Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not, I'm sorry. We have
oh, $80.
$80. Right. By pop. That's $980 in donations. Do we know who that was from?
Not sure.
Sales of other commodities. A couple years ago.
Was that the vehicle?
Yeah,
CPC.
the Sandy pot, yeah. Yeah, and then the sale of the building was, I think, the ground down in Libertyville. The old shed down there, or not the shed, but we had some land behind it that we didn't need. I think the Dewdrop bought it to the gentleman that works on the people that know what home the Dewdrop. Relations. Services. Yes, let's start on page 2. Some reason I didn't see. Oh, there's a head. So I need to look to see what. I hope they're asking for the same amount or not. Maybe 133.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Good. Cut it 20. Maybe one is 3. Okay. Um, sure that the other- We can go down through the revenue real quick. There isn't going to be. We, obviously, we start with violation of county ordinances. We didn't plug anything in for budget this year. We got $80. Um,
How did we get $80?
Somebody speeding through the parking lot. I don't know. No idea.
Who could tell us what that is? The auditor?
Darcy,
Yeah, we should have a computer and me.
I would say Darcy probably has it on a computer.
Morning.
Hey,
Joe.
Hi, Jeff.
I'm sorry we got you up today.
I hope you don't mind if I sit here.
No,
No, that's fine.
You
That's
can
fine.
sit by me if you want.
Well, I gotta think about an
Who's
hour
there?
and kill with you guys this morning. Just wanna listen and
We're just getting started looking at stuff, Jeff.
so, like I say,
is
there's,
this an extra copy?
yes, absolutely. The first page is revenue, which you can see is not. So some of the stuff that we go down through here, for example, the Destination Iowa grant, that's gone. Interest on investments. That was, the interest that we had on,
The ARPA money.
ARPA money, yeah,
Back at the top of that,
yeah.
under the American Rescue Plan, the donations, where'd that money come from?
The $1,000
No,
for the 26.
American Rescue, $28,630.
That.
Of course, I guess that's back way, so
Well, but I can tell you what that is. That was the money that we received from, what do you call it? Greater Jefferson County Foundation for heart monitor for the ambulance.
Oh,
And they were $27,000 a piece.
but it's under the American Rescue Plan.
I don't know. I mean, I'm fairly confident that that's the number, but that wouldn't mean that I'm right.
Yeah, the number I'm sure is right, but Christie, could you please check it out and see why it's under donations? Well, why it's under the American Rescue Plan.
Darcy is not in there right now, it's just me, so give me a couple minutes when she gets back.
We're gonna ask you all these questions till she gets here. And I guess you're right, Lee, that was for 23, 24, but I still want to know what it was.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We budgeted $130,000 for solid waste disposal. Year-to-date activity, 67,901. And we're gonna be in that ballpark.
where you at on that? I missed this.
Page 2 at the top.
Oh, okay, yes. I was overlooking that.
I don't like to overestimate revenue. So
Right.
I think I would stay with that same amount if you're in agreement. We're going to exceed that a little bit if we continue on the same pace, but I'd rather exceed it than do a budget amendment if we need to use it.
You say the same amount, 130,000?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I'm agreeing to that.
Which one do you want?
Page 2 at the top.
I was asking Christie.
Oh,
Solid waste disposal, right?
yeah. Refunds, we don't budget anything for any of that. Or the reimbursement from private sources. Miscellaneous reimbursement, any of that is just kind of if we get it, we get it. Like I say, the destination highway grant is gone. So now we come
So
to,
who cut that out? The state, the Destination Iowa grant?
that was, if I'm not mistaken,
It's a one-time thing.
yeah, and wasn't that the park?
Yeah,
Prairie Ridge.
and you drive through, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the 13 or the general basic in the ambulance, we don't do now because it has its own levy. The hazmat response, we haven't got the bill, but I would not see that going down any. And it's a per capita,
Right.
so I would say it'll still be 13,314. That's what's known as SERG, South Iowa Response Group. We partner with other counties in the Humboldt Fire Department.
So we've not spent any yet this year?
No, that's what it costs us to belong.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It
No,
is
no, that's
expense.
fine.
Yes.
Yeah. And then their services are included in that.
Okay.
Now, you can make the argument, well, did we have any services needed this year? Off the top of my head, I'm not aware of any, but first time you have services, you'll eat that up pretty quick. Fairfield Community Center. We appropriated $2,000. That's the senior center.
Mhm.
They haven't picked it up yet, but we require an invoice,
Mhm.
so we want to leave it at that. And remind everybody that we can go back and change these.
Right.
We don't know exactly what our revenue is going to be.
Right. So what do you want to do?
Well, I think if we just go ahead and leave it, we can always change it. And because we've cut them way back,
Yeah.
We had.
and that helps with their meals. It's about all it helps with, but
Are they doing any meals there again?
I can't honestly answer that question. Tommy's gone now. I don't know. Tommy was kind of in that show.
No, they're not doing any meals now.
Okay.
I mean,
But what they are doing is using that space for people across the street, for like you guys, if you want to go down there and play bingo or something,
Oh, okay.
they are doing bingo once a week in
That's
the
correct.
afternoon. But I don't know who's in charge of that or anything.
Probably Max Giles now.
Oh, and I know that
Okay.
Mr. Conklin is paying rent there. He's using the office out of there, much like Milestones did for his.
Like right inside the door to the right.
Is that where it's at?
And I know they are trying to rent the basement because that tenant has moved out.
Oh, okay.
We had a meeting in the basement, and I don't know what it's for now, they passed the basket, we just threw money in and they donated it to that center. I didn't know what the meeting was for.
Transit, again, it's not going to go up. It's gonna stay at 2,500.
Okay.
Dues and memberships, $500. That I think is probably NACO, which is the National Association of Counties.
I think you skipped one.
Did I? I'm sorry.
Agriculture and horticulture.
We didn't put
No, you
anything
had,
in
yeah,
that.
nothing in that.
Nothing.
Will that be ISAC also? Dues and memberships?
No, ISAC's dues and memberships are like $6,700.
Oh,
And then each
oh,
affiliate,
they have their own lines that they
and
have.
then each affiliate pays a
Mhm.
dues. I'm not big on ISAC, but that's a conversation for another day. We didn't budget $500, I think. No, we didn't. We had a conversation and we weren't going to. But then we had people come and talk to us about,
Are you talking like the chamber dues?
well, I'm talking about NACO, the National
Okay, yeah.
Association of Counties.
Yeah.
We didn't budget 500 for this fiscal year, but it ended up getting paid because we had people come in and
Uh-huh.
tell us how important it was to have it.
Of course.
Yeah, so do we do it the same way next year, not show it and pay it, or just plug it in?
I'd plug it in
Okay,
because we can always unplug it.
that's true. Contributions to other government. I do believe that was the farm show,
Correct.
$1,000, and it's
And-
gone.
Correct.
It's gone, yes.
So back to zero.
Yeah. Mazdam Barnes,
I'd like it to see it stay at 5 or 4,000.
okay. That's down from 5, which
Yeah.
is down from 10.
Yeah.
Bonneville Cabin, they haven't taken anything this year so far. I'm not saying they won't, but it doesn't look like they took much last year. Because they had it,
We've got a big fundraiser going on now, I know.
right,
Yeah, I know. When I first became a supervisor, I had issues with the fact that some of that money went to clean up the goose poop in the volleyball thing. You know. So I think we need to be real careful where we spend that money.
well, and I guess my question is, we bought that in 24-25 was budgeted 2,000, they took 139.24. This year we budgeted 1,000 and they haven't taken anything so far.
Yeah, you know, I wish they would because it looks like they don't need it, and I know they need it.
Okay, so leave it at 1,000.
Yeah,
So now your agricultural horticulture, that's the fair,
it is the county fair.
and so far they haven't taken it. Do we leave it at 22?
Are you sure they haven't taken it?
Well, it's not showing that they
I
have.
think we paid the last one, like,
Yeah, he was a year behind.
yeah, because they're,
Because Tammy had passed away and
Okay.
they missed it.
Right.
So we agreed to pay it.
and I think there's a new treasurer again,
Correct.
so is
Who's the new treasurer?
that Emily Belcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I figure some of these people that haven't done this, maybe a little phone call saying, hey, are you gonna use this? If
Right.
So you should use it.
All right.
Because I work with two guys that would like to just take it back. Buy coffee, but
Well, if it's not going to get used, then
no, I
Yeah.
totally get it, but sometimes I think if people get going, they just forget things.
No,
One reminder,
yeah.
you know,
Except when we decided not to budget it, They
Oh, then they'll
certainly-
call.
Yeah, yeah. So leave it at 22.
For now, we can always go back.
Salary line,
Is that your salary, Susan?
that, that would be
They
us.
actually pay me extra for working with you guys.
So that, you say that will be us. That hasn't changed in 3 years,
Correct, like maybe 4 years.
4 years, okay? So, at this point, till we decide what to do, I just leave it where it's at, 123.9. Oh, this ground maintenance,
So why is there money in there for salary if we've not been taken?
and where? We've been taking the salary, we just haven't increased it in 4 years.
Oh, okay, I get it, I was, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Not that I want to take one from you guys, it just.
Ground maintenance supplies, oh, okay. So I suppose that's like,
What days using outside?
yeah. Fuel maybe for the mower, you know, weed killer, that sort of thing.
$100 doesn't seem like a lot.
Nobody's only spent $67 up to this
Yeah.
point, so
I
Yeah.
question that.
Halfway through.
fuels. I'm assuming that's for his pickup. $800, he spent $784 last year, he's at $279 now, and just leave it at 8.
Sounds good.
Minor motor vehicle parts, we didn't budget anything for that.
But he spent, somebody has spent something.
Yeah, I'm sure he's bought something for the pickup, or the mower or something. So just leave it at 0, or do you want to plug something in there?
Leave it at 0. It's not gonna amount to that much.
Stationery and office supplies. We got 50, we haven't spent anything yet. Hang on. Well, I just leave it at 50. Information technology. If we move that into a different line item. Was that,
Is that a PCS? Or soft computers?
well, I don't know, because we didn't budget anything for that, which, and normally we have money come out each month for,
I just leave it at 0.
okay. We have money come out each month for the cloud and that. So I guess the question is going to be. We budgeted 15,000 for publications and official notices. We
Next
don't have any
year,
elections this year.
yeah, next year, we will have elections.
That's right, yeah, we will.
June.
Huh?
June.
That's why Jeff's here.
Yeah.
That's
Hi, Darcy.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna use this opportunity to bring something up that maybe the legislature can rethink.
And then.
These mailings to every parcel.
On the property tax?
Yes.
Yeah, we want to fix that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would, and I also think the legislature needs to change the law regarding newspaper publications.
Didn't we make a minor adjustment in that recently?
Well, the problem we have is this. We have to give a certain amount of time for people to get in to be able to get on an agenda. Our paper prints 2 days a week,
Right.
and one of the days that they print doesn't really include us. So the only day, and then we've also got to send it up to the northwest or the northeast quadrant of the county, the newspaper up there, the Plains Clarion. And it costs a whole lot of money to publish this stuff in the newspaper that most people don't get a chance to see.
So, John, I'm trying to just refresh my memory because I think I've heard this complaint pretty consistently all 8 years. We didn't fix this at all.
No.
I thought we might have tinkered a little bit.
It's, we have to print that, even though we publish it on the website, we send out, Abby sends out, I don't know how many hundred emails of, which I realize doesn't get to everybody, but, because not everybody's on the email list. But my point is that we post it.
No, I'm 100% in agreement. Now, I know each office in the county has their own Facebook page. Is there a county-wide Facebook page as well?
Not Facebook.
Or at
just
least the
website.
auditor's office would too.
And we got a county-wide website.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out the public forum could just be an online forum was I think the change we're wanting to make. But yeah, I think that's,
And I'm not sure, but I think that little blurb is about $600. You know, and
now in your experience over the last few years, how many people have actually been informed by a newspaper notice or have responded in a way?
well, I don't have a good answer to that. People.
My inclination was close to zero.
Yeah, I mean, we have people that are aware of something being on the agenda that they want to. But, and see, the paper, this is the other thing, the paper that goes out, when they get the Thursday paper is a day behind
Right.
in the public. I mean, not in the public, in the rural. Okay, so it doesn't get delivered the same, or it didn't used to.
I don't know how it is now. I don't get it.
You know, and then you gotta consider like, if it's like this year, we have 2 major holidays on Thursdays. There's no paper on Thursdays. That stretches the notice out even further.
Yeah, what I'm simply saying is that the cost is very expensive, and the benefit to me, the cost benefit analysis is not there.
I'm with you 100%. And I think this is one of the things that's pretty embarrassing from the state level where we are coming down on you guys and yet we still have these very outdated
Yeah,
requirements. I think it really works against what we're trying to do. So thank you for bringing more attention to that.
so anyway, back to the number, do we want to plug in 15,000 or? When we do the property tax mailing, it's what, between $5,000 and
$6,000
$6,000
year.
just for that property tax mailing. And we're a small county compared to,
Yeah, I think it's one of those things we thought was a good idea at the time. Now that it's been around for a few years, the feedback we've gotten from both taxpayers and you guys is there's a more efficient way to do it. And so, yeah, I think we could get
well,
rid
and
of
then
that.
the other thing is that 73 cents minimum, or 74 cents, whatever a letter
Right.
is now. You know. So you're sending it out to however many parcels we have, not residents, but parcels.
Right.
And you went from 53 cents to 73 cents, that 20 cents in itself makes a, you know,
Well, I know myself, I get 4 different mailings. Mary Ann gets 2 and I get 2 envelopes. So there's 4. to
Oh, it's
us,
real efficient.
yeah.
you know?
And you're
And it's,
attending the
and it's
meeting.
more than 74 cents. They go by weight. They
Sure.
stuff in as much as they can. Yeah. So
What do you think?
I'd leave it at 15,000.
Okay.
is there such a thing that it could be that he could send out one mailing of where you can go to print them out yourself at home? Some kind of notice like that, or is that?
Theoretically, you could start collecting email addresses from people and notify people that way. I mean, there's all sorts of solutions.
Yeah,
And then certainly a state mandate doesn't make sense in this situation.
I mean, it's just an option that they receive them by email.
Mhm.
So,
Postage and mailing. Then we don't mail things anymore.
Well, that must have been one of those duplications. Because
Yeah. Employee
So I leave that 0.
okay, employee mile, or I'm sorry. And then there's another one there.
House File 718, that
Yeah.
comes out of our budget, so
Okay.
you guys must have paid it the first year it came out, probably because we didn't budget for it.
Okay. That's going away, right, Jeff?
Hopefully,
Uh,
just remind us 3 or 4 more times and I'm
Yeah,
sure we'll
okay.
get that figured
Yeah.
out.
in the year 25. Well, hey, we're already, no, we're in 2025, not 20.
Just give it a couple hundred years and let's figure it out.
So employee mileage, has anybody heard? Is it gonna go down?
It never goes down.
Well, I mean, it's at 70 cents right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether it'd be, at one point it was 55.
I don't know, haven't gotten any guidelines, but I
Okay,
would predict it going down.
I'll just leave it at 1,500. As we're at 700, so. Telephone and telegraph. Looks like
We're
we're,
running pretty close.
yeah, leave it at 10.
Okay.
Auditing clerical services, not sure. Where we spend these $170.
So we have,
Was that
that's our
that
audit?
Jackson Point audit thing?
Yes. I think,
That
Yes.
one that come in late.
yeah, well, it didn't come in late. It came in months ago and we agreed to pay it
That's right.
and it never got paid.
Yep.
So that's what.
so 0.
Yeah, 0, yeah. Data processing services. Sleep that at 4 maybe. Education and training. Got that back to 500.
Why would you do that?
Well, we apparently don't use it.
At least not this year, but
We didn't use it last year much either. 325.
Okay. What would that be used for?
Conferences,
ISAC, that sort of thing, I suppose. Because you have to pay a fee, even though you pay
Correct.
dues, you have to pay a
Yeah.
fee.
You go, yeah.
Yeah,
And it's what, $25 to go to District 5?
that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the others are, last I knew, and it's been years since I've been to one, it was $180.
Yeah.
I went last January to the training session. Christie, you went to that. Now, I
Oh, for the new employee?
the new employee thing, there was a charge there, what? Now
Yeah.
there was.
Yeah. And we budgeted 750, we have for 3 years, yeah,
So you want to take it down a little bit?
just 500.
Okay, I agree with that.
Engineering services, that, we can zero that out. That was for the survey
for the
out there on
months.
that piece of ground. We thought we were
Oh,
going to
the
get.
little parking lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. That,
Can I ask what's going on with that?
in consultation with Chauncey or with Elizabeth,
Mhm.
the agreement between Washington State Bank and First National Bank, and it says in there, and its successors, which makes us a
Correct.
successor.
Correct.
So we're obligated to repair it. So we're gonna repair it come spring. I would have liked to have owned it, but they wanted $27,000 for it because we gave them the opportunity to I don't know, I'm gonna say submit a bid, for lack of a better way of putting it, for a CD. In other words, so Mark deposits our money and then he goes to the local banks and says, shoot me, what's your
Mhm.
slam bang interest rate?
Mhm.
And they bid, just like the other banks did, but they were close, but no cigar. So another
Mhm.
bank got it.
But Mark was obligated to take the highest bid or the highest rates, right?
I don't know that he was obligated, but it makes sense that you're getting,
Yeah.
the best return on your money. So then when I reached out to Washington State Bank to, shall we say, finalize it, that the survey was in and everything. And it was, well, it was a quid pro quo. As soon as we get the CD, you can have the, although, and he didn't,
And you didn't know that up front.
no, so I
That's
asked
interesting.
him,
Mhm.
and I don't want to throw him under the bus completely. The reason I say
Well,
that is.
especially there, you'd have to back up over it too.
Let's try it. I did not infer from anything that he said that there was, he wanted to do business with Jefferson County, which I thought was perfectly fine. I didn't know that that was a condition,
Yeah,
okay?
I understand.
And it turned out to be a condition, and when it didn't happen the way that he had hoped that it would happen, then he said, well, I'll sell it to you for 26,500 or 27,000. I'm gonna buy that little strip of ground for 27,000.
Yeah, I think hindsight shows that we should have dealt with that before we bought it.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, but that's great community support too, isn't it?
so.
Driving over a driveway that goes to nowhere.
Yeah. That, it's not gonna cost them anything either way, and they get to own the ground, so,
Yeah.
And our roads department's going to do that, is that correct?
yeah, yeah.
And I see Dwayne is up today.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, there's Dwayne.
Yeah,
What are you volunteering me for?
We're checking to see if he was awake.
Well, I want to pay 239th Street, right after you do 165th. Where you live.
165th is done. Oh, no, yeah,
Yeah, see,
yeah.
try and get it paid for you.
I need Juniper and 165th.
Get in line.
okay. Labor Relations Services, so we still have a contract with Chelsea, right, Chelsea?
Oh, just, yeah.
Yeah.
Chelsea Stoll.
So my question is, does that renew annually, or do we need to? Let me ask you a question. Is it just a year by year contract?
Mhm.
Do you use it?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
Mhm.
all right, I just want to make sure.
I think I still use it as well.
Okay, so 3,500.
She's been really helpful when we've consulted.
Legal and court related services. Did you get the email, folks?
What email?
From the attorney. Should have, you were on it.
How long ago was it?
Well, I saw it over the weekend when it came in,
I didn't
so I
see it.
responded to it.
Oh,
It's a respond to, it's letting. you
okay,
know
I
what you're-
did see that, yes.
Yeah, what you're being cooked for and.
I honestly didn't see it,
Yeah.
and I was just on, so
Anyway,
maybe it went to my junk mail.
well,
You have to turn your phone on first.
Oh,
so. Electric Power Courthouse, I'm not sure.
So back to the one above, we're pretty zero down, is that correct?
Yeah, those next three. I'm trying to figure out 13,000. In buildings. What that was. Year before last. We didn't budget anything and we haven't used anything this year, so.
Yeah, Darcy, look.
Yeah, another office data processing. Is there any way that we can figure out some means by which we can combine all the data processing lines and all of the dues and membership lines and all of that, or can?
Usually it's like a different project area.
Right,
So probably not.
okay.
I'll
Just
look
with
into it.
So the issue though is, it's like here, for example, So we budgeted 336 in 2025, 24, 25, spent 1,200. We budgeted 336, we spent 806. So why are we putting these small numbers in this line item and then we're spending a lot of money out of that line item? And I don't know what we're spending it on. I can't look at it and see what it's for.
I
Now-
think that should be a goal that we work for, just a one line for those
Yeah,
things.
I mean, I get it. So, okay, so Joe's computer went upside down, so we had to come in and I get that. But is there any, well, I'm sure Darcy does that when she publishes the bills. I get that, but it just, I mean, we got these little dollar amounts and line items all over the page.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's confusing to me.
So anyway. So I don't know what you want to do there. We've exceeded that line every time. And it looks like we're going, and we've already done it again this year.
Why don't we ask Darcy right now to see what's going on,
Okay,
and then might make a better.
Specifically the office and data processing,
Yeah,
buildings or both?
yeah, what would that be? 44, 400? So while we're waiting on that, auditing and clerical, 25,000. Was that for elections? Or budget, or audit, I mean,
So, yeah.
It stays pretty close to the same looking
Anderson.
back.
is that through Anderson Larkin?
oh, that's what I'm wondering. Okay. Equipment insurance. I think that probably was the mental health car way back when.
How far down did you jump, Lee? Oh, I see it. I'm
Yeah.
looking below.
I would,
Because we haven't done anything in that since 23, 24.
maybe about when we sold it.
Yeah. Dues and memberships. No one.
Another one, yeah.
That makes me $50. Makes me think it was the district meeting for two of you.
Okay.
Christie, would you repeat that?
The District 5.
Okay.
And it was 25 apiece, so.
So that would explain why so we should put 75 in there. We didn't budget anything for it.
Well, actually. Dues and memberships. The district meeting should go under educational and training services.
Mhm.
Right. I mean,
Did we decide on a figure for the account auditing and clerical
I
services?
think she was checking.
Okay.
But we put 25,000 in there.
Yeah.
We put 24/7 one year and it was 25/5. We put 25 and we're halfway through the year, but
What month is that typically done? Is that April?
They come for a second time in October.
Okay.
Yeah. They come twice a year.
They do just your books.
Yeah, they look at
Treasurer
everybody.
order.
Yeah.
Every
They
see,
do
single.
those are
all
the
of
kind
them
of
at one
things too,
time.
Jeff, that I don't know that the legislature takes into count when they're sitting up there in their ivory towers, making these decisions and how we spend our money. Because we don't control these outside entities that we're required to have. And if you've done any, we bid out our auditing, we have to bring outside auditors in,
Mhm.
and they're very expensive. And so, if you have a 2% allowable growth, and that amounts to 300,000 a year, and you're looking at 25,000 for audits. I'm giving 55,000 to DHS. I'm spending 12,000 on publications,
Mhm.
things that absolutely,
It gets eaten up pretty quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to plug in 25 in there for now.
Yeah, I would.
Next one's 0. Now this is one I'd like to get rid of altogether, but
I think we should probably leave it at 6,700 for
Probably.
right now. With a note that says Lee doesn't like this.
well, we were just talked a little bit ago to Jeff about cost benefit analysis. I'd like to know what the benefit is versus the cost.
Are you talking ISAC insurance?
Well, I'm talking
Because I think that's
ISAC
the
and the
benefit.
lobbyists and,
Yeah, well,
yeah, and how well that works.
and those guys are the guys that would take Jeff out to dinner. Was
I
that
bet
right?
in a guarded moment,
That's prohibited.
Well, they paid $2.99 for it.
Oh, well, yeah, or they can give something to everybody, but I don't think they bring you guys up to the Capitol, I know.
not for free.
Oh,
That's what the $6,700 is.
Yeah,
The dues to belong to ISAC is $6,700, and then each affiliate pays a separate dues. And then they charge us a fee to go to those conferences, plus our hotel expenses and stuff.
oh, I see.
So the only thing that they give us, if you will, when we get there, is lunch, which stuff they come up with for lunch, I would.
Yeah, but we paid for that with.
That's right.
there you go.
That's right.
So if you don't pay the $6,700, then are you not welcome at the meeting we had a couple weeks ago?
That would pretty much, and that costs us too, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 25 bucks, but it still
$25.
costs us.
I think you're probably onto something. My perspective would be if you show up at those forums on Saturday morning, that's just as effective as any ISAC lobbying team.
Well, that's my point. I look at what the results are coming out of the legislature, and bear with me for give me,
Okay, I'll give you
2 minutes.
45 seconds.
I have for 16 years lobbied the legislature and ISAC, changed the formula to give each county off the top of the road use tax and the Time 21 fund and all of that, $1 million right off the top, each county. Not increase taxes, not do anything. $1 million right off the top. And then use the current formula that you've got to disperse the rest of the funds, whatever those funds may be. So you're looking at 99 million, and it's several $100 million that comes out of that fund. That would allow counties to go out and bond for our infrastructure needs. We probably, I don't know, Dwayne's listing, I don't know what we've got, but I would guess we probably got somewhere between 15 and $20 million worth of needs that we've got, with bridges that we need severe work and roads and whatnot.
Mhm.
You would create jobs out the wazoo because these companies couldn't keep up with all of the work. Because we would go out, we would bond, and we would start getting these projects, to quote a term used several years ago, shovel ready.
Mhm.
And we would bid these projects out. So they would have to have more crews, more equipment, and it would take, 10, 15, 20 years to do all of this. By the time you got done, you'd have to start back. So it would be a never ending process. And it would allow us, we would not have to use debt service levy. We could use that $1 million. It would have to be earmarked specifically for infrastructure. We could take that $1 million and make our bond payment. And then You know, all the rest, still use the farm to market money, still use the STP funds, all of that. That's just one thing, and we're not raising taxes, but we're creating a bushel basket full of jobs.
Mhm.
And your implement companies, the companies that make the equipment, their business would increase as well. And it doesn't cost any more than what it's costing now. And in fact, if you're concerned about property taxes, it would cost less. Because I bond for $6 million that we did Brookville Road, Pleasant Plain Road, Packwood Road, Hard Germanville, and Vetch Boulevard for $6 million, and we're still paying for that. And those roads aren't complete. We didn't get Germanville Road done all the way to Brighton.
Hmm.
You know, we've got lots of work that we need to do. I don't know what the exact number is, but I don't know, somewhere in the county, maybe around 140 bridges. Now, not all of them need replaced at this particular moment. We just finished one on Libertyville Road. But that was a $2.5 million project. To Dwayne's credit, he got a grant to do that. It's the
Mhm.
only way we could have done it. But what I'm saying is that would set aside that specific amount of money, wouldn't cut into that fund all that much, wouldn't raise taxes, and I wholeheartedly believe that it would create tons of good paying jobs.
Is it concerned as ISAC didn't take the proposal seriously or?
No, they say, yeah, their comment always is, hey, that's a good idea, but
Right.
the other entities up your urban environments and your Polk counties and your Scott counties, your Black Hawk, Lynn County, they're not gonna let it happen because it cuts into their bailiwick.
I-80 corridor.
Yeah,
So, just going back to that, I generally concur with that ISAC is more expense and benefit. And I would tell the same thing to the school board about the school board association, that, you know, you're better off spending an hour with someone like Senator Dickey on Ways and Means Committee and pushing on him until he gets an actual proposal drafted from LSA and introduces it on your behalf. So everything that you want to get done, you're capable of doing without ISAC, in my opinion.
see, and when you look at what you represent, and I know you know that, but you look at rural Iowa,
Yeah.
I may be wrong on the county, but if I am, I'm only wrong by one. I believe Adams County is the least populated county in the state
Uh-huh.
with the largest miles of county roads.
Mhm.
So they don't have the funds to do what's needed. But I look at Polk County and it's largely city and state. There's not very many county miles of road up there. When you look at 35 and 80 and 65 and 69 and 63 and 163 and 5, and then Clive and West Des Moines and Ankeny and Altoona and all of those cities on top of each other, West Des Moines, we're not getting the revenue that they're getting, and they don't have the expense that we have. You know, and you know, people say, well, just close your roads. Well, our roads are connectors from one farm to the other.
Sure.
And anyway, I digress. I said it for the 16th year in a row. And 16 years later, it's still won't happen, but that's all right. Anyway, like I said, I know most of our affiliates use ISAC and they go to the meetings, and there's a lot of networking that goes on between auditors, affiliate and treasurers and recorders and other county supervisors that do go. I just happen to be one that I just don't see the benefit for the expense we pay.
I definitely see where you're coming from.
Okay. Sorry, janitors. At this point, we don't know what we're going to do, so we just leave it the same for now.
Yep.
Do you guys know what our, comp board recommendation?
5%. But we don't know what our revenue is yet. And so,
That's just a recommendation for now.
right,
Could go up now.
yeah. We just have to look at what our dollars are. Unemployment compensation, I think I just we don't pay into unemployment, we just, when we have it, we have to pay it. So the county doesn't pay into unemployment like a private business does. But if there's a claim, then we pay it. And that was from a former, I believe, an ambulance employee.
Of course it was.
She says sarcastically,
So leave it at 0.
yeah. Custodial supplies. Um. What do you think?
It's always,
1,500.
Okay. See, now there's another information technology, $2,826.
Yeah, I think that has to be able to be combined somewhere else.
Yeah. And the safety. So do we just mark 0 in there? Since it's,
that was for those snow shoes and stuff.
right, no, I'm sorry, I jumped down, I
But didn't we
apologize.
get a grant for that?
Yeah. I don't think that's what that,
Okay,
That might be, see, we do. Boots and stuff
For the road.
for the road department. They get a stipend or something, I don't remember exactly.
I would think, wouldn't that be in their budget?
Well, I don't know. But on the information technology, on the line above, do we just want to put 0 in there?
Yes.
And it's safety protective supplies, we've had 0 in that line item forever.
I put 0 down.
Telephone and telegraph, 400.
Yep.
And then the courthouse, 240. Right below it. And now here's educational and training. $1,010. Oh, that was the year before. 50 again,
Mhm.
just 0 it. Planning and management. We've spent it all.
What would that be?
In the past, we paid architects and stuff out of that. I don't know if that was.
Did we find out, Christine?
That's another thing, Jeff, while you're sitting there. The line item below planning and management, electric power for the courthouse.
So I think sometimes you find out if it's,
We budgeted $20,000.
Mhm.
Okay, last year we spent 19,608. Year before 17,745. And we spent 7,800 to date. As of the printing of this, which was. Period ending. December,
Pardon?
$20,000 we budget.
we'll wait here.
Yeah.
We get nothing from the state for all the heat and the lights and the courtroom and all the space that they use in this courthouse. We get nothing from the state.
Mhm.
And I think that at the very least, we should get some type of rent from the state.
Makes sense, at least from the judicial branch. Because you're talking about the whole building, right?
Well, what I'm talking is, yeah, that's the 20,000 for for electric power. Yes, is for the whole building. But what I'm saying is that they've got a large, well, 1/3 of the third floor,
Mhm.
all of the second floor, and storage space they're using up on the fourth floor. And we just spent, what, $12,000 to clear out the old assessor's office where all their file cabinets were at? That we've moved over to the DHS building in the basement over there. that the court system won't take those files and electronically scan them in. So they're sitting in tons and tons of file cabinets.
Hmm.
I talked to the court system about 3 years ago, almost 4 now, before I got back on the board, about talking to the county and having the county buy a high-speed scanner,
Mhm.
hire temp help, put it under the clerk of court's jurisdiction. And she said, well, the court wouldn't do that. Oh, but you're sitting in our space all that time. Like I said, there was nearly $12,000 it cost us to move that stuff out of there. And we're still storing it in another location, and they pay zip for it. And we can't destroy it. Some of it's 100 years old, but we're required to keep it. And I just think that it's disingenuous that the state talks to us about property tax and costs of county doing business, and snide little remarks, not from you, but that was made up there at the District 5 meeting about paying for things that we probably shouldn't be paying for. Yeah, I don't think we should be paying for the court system.
Right.
I don't think we should be paying for DHS. So you want me to cut property taxes, then you pay for your own space and your own costs.
Just to be clear, the DHS building is the one.
Down on
Street.
South Maple,
South Maple, where Fairfield Clinic used to be.
Oh, okay.
okay? But we budget $55,000 of our budget goes to that DHS office for their phones, for their data. I mean, this is ridiculous. Why are we paying for their phones and why are we paying for their data?
So which line item is that then, or is that included in our?
Well, I'd have to print it out. They have a separate budget,
Oh, okay, okay.
okay? And then I can show, and if I can get it, well,
Well, no, I think that's again, and I think you voiced that complaint several times. I think that is the feedback we are needing in terms of how to make.
50 meetings a year, no, probably each one of them, the opinions. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, I think it's only the 12th time I've heard it, but
Oh, well,
but I think you make a good point in terms of what really is a collaborative partnership,
Right.
co-working relationship, which is I think where we want to go.
Sure, I understand Senator Dickey when he says, I got 14 million emails, that's not.
So he kind of cuts corners and exaggerates a few things.
No kidding. Well, my point is, I get where he's coming from, and that he's getting all of this in his ears. But is it really a collaborative effort? You know, when we say the same things over and over and over again, that's reality.
Right.
Not this last District 5, but a year ago, when we were still at the fairgrounds, I made the comment. I stood up and I said, all I expect from the legislature is to live by the laws they pass, like you expect us to live by the laws you pass. So you've got chapter 25B.2 of the Iowa Code that says no unfunded mandates.
Yep.
Live by it. And fund your expenses. You know, and I can't, okay, he made a big deal about, we took over mental health. Yeah, you did. And I really appreciate that. But you cost us a lot of money in the process and telling us what services we had to provide
Right.
for a lot of years.
Right.
And then accused this board, I wasn't here, but this board was, Susie was here, accused this board of not eliminating that levy. Which absolutely was untrue. And to me, that speaks volumes of your involvement with your district when you don't know, but he espoused the praises of Mahaska County because they did.
well, of course he did.
So my whole point is that, yes, I get sideways and I'll be the first to admit that. But it is frustrating to see all this, and to me, it's black and white. And the legislature doesn't want to look at it. They don't want to talk about that. And to tell me that I have to drive to Des Moines to meet with the legislature to talk to them.
Yeah, I don't recommend that.
Well, but that's what he says.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is no, I should be able to email you, call you, him, Helena. I shouldn't have to go through the expense of driving to Des Moines. And, you know, you as my representative, when you hear our suggestions and our complaints, I believe you're obligated to take that to the legislature and have that. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to not laugh you out of the place, but to me, that's the reality. I said, another thing that I said for 16 years, they're your prisoners in my jail.
Yep.
Not my prisoners. And, you know, by my math, you owe me well over $1 million for taking care of your prisoners. You want me to cut my property taxes? Give me the money you owe me.
The prison situation is a little bit more thorny, but on the general criticism, I think you are correct, and I get as frustrated as ever when, you know, legislators misrecall details and say things that aren't true.
I've got to take
yeah,
this
go
to the
ahead.
hospital.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go for it.
stay out of trouble.
Well, I'll go downstairs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you bet.
Christie, did you find out anything for us?
So back up to the office of data processing,
Where
under
are we,
buildings,
where are we at now? Up to,
Yep.
that's mostly Gordon Flush copier
Pearson.
contract.
what is it?
Gordon Flush copier contract. You pay
Okay,
like
okay.
monthly to have the copier service and stuff.
Okay.
Or PCS.
Okay.
So it looks like we kind of go over budget quite a bit on that one. And the one above it, buildings line,
Yes.
in 24-25, there's a big expense, I guess that was the year that was like an extra holiday they paid to the county for around 4th of July. Cause we didn't get, I think that might have been the year we didn't get a raise, so we got like an extra day off.
Yeah, because wasn't the third on, well,
It's something,
yeah, I can't remember exactly.
so 10,000 of that was to pay everybody for that extra day.
Under buildings?
Mhm.
Why would it
That's the
go
line
there?
item that I guess they were told to use, so.
Oh,
This really, you'll go through this, Joan, you're gonna think, why it says building 3 times, which line should we use? Which one? We need to figure that out, so we aren't
yeah.
putting it
it's
everywhere.
confusing.
It's clear well, it's clear to us too, so we can see what's really going on.
Otherwise,
And I think that has been worked on. It used to be worse.
yeah. So that's not typical to have that big of a budget.
Now, here's another building's 3/4 the way down the page, and it's got 65,000.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna look into,
Yeah, I'd love to know what that's for.
don't use that one anymore, consolidate it.
Yes.
I can tell you that clear at the bottom, that information technology should be probably 0, because I think we combined a lot with that. You know, so we don't have so many lines. Above that, the CARES projects, I hope that's done.
All that
Should-
money is designated.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, the program ended way before we were done expending the money, so we got away with it.
Okay. So you can just take that line item clear out then? Or do we need to continue to show it for a few?
It'll
years?
show until it's
Yeah.
been 0 for,
Yeah, for several years.
Okay. Okay.
Miscellaneous, which is the third one up from the bottom. Spend $5,000. We eat $5,000, but that's like, you know what, it's full. Did you see that, Joe?
Yep, I do.
Sanitation and disposal, I'm looking for a bottom going up. I think that's, I'm not really sure, but I'll bet it's
Dumpster.
Conley. But yet again, that seems kind of low for Conley.
I have no clue what it charges.
Extermination, I think 0. Cleaning and painting, 0. Buildings, room and board, probably 0, but I have no idea what the hell that is. I'd love to know what the buildings for the big buildings. Sorry, Chrissy.
I can go
Will that pull Chauncey's repairs on its porch into here,
Mm,
county attorney's office?
leave the
just a second.
office and data processing. That's Gordon Flush copy contracts and some PCS software
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
No, I don't think so, John.
So,
So
Well,
what are you
Mike,
gonna,
It,
oh, I'm sorry.
it
So we
might,
should
you know,
plug
I'm
in
not sure
what you
because
guys
they have
decided.
buildings so many places. I don't know which
I
ones
don't
would be
think-
Chauncey's or which one would be.
You wanna plug in 1,200 on that one, Lee?
well, she said it was our,
Copier contract.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and.
Where was that one at?
Up at office data processing.
about 5 down, 6 down.
6 down. And the one above it, 13605 was expended in 24-25,
Yeah,
and that was, we got an extra day off around the 4th of July, so 10,000 of that was a payroll,
oh, okay.
but that's not a normal.
So now you're down to planning and management, or no, I heard you talking buildings.
I just started at the bottom.
Okay,
Information technology, this has been 0 for a while. I put 0. CARES projects, I'd say 0 because we want to get rid of that.
okay,
I think the fourth one up, sanitation and disposal. I would imagine, well, no, miscellaneous. I want to know what that $5,000 is.
I text Darcy, so
Did you? Up from that, sanitation and disposal services. Richie, 1,200 a month?
yeah, it's
I-
probably,
how did it
yeah,
work?
picking up out of here.
Okay,
and stuff.
okay.
And probably at DHS building and extermination services,
Mm-hmm.
0.
Yeah, because, yeah. Cleaning and painting, have no idea what that is, but it's been years, so I put 0.
Yeah,
Buildings, room and board, I put 0 because my big question is under buildings, that is down to 65, 85, no, 65,000.
yeah.
What is that?
Well, we about our door out here.
But wouldn't that be ARPA? Wouldn't be our door, there wouldn't be buildings to be under ARPA. Or it should be.
That's right. We agreed to do it out of our.
I don't know if you got any ARPA funds left.
We better not have,
Other than the 274,000.
wait a minute, today's the 29th, we better move it somewhere.
Well, he's wanting it,
Who is?
Liberty Communications.
Oh, well, I thought he was gonna come in October. It does,
Well, that's a conversation we can have regarding those dollars.
because it has to be obligated and expended by the last day of January, no, December.
Right, according to the contract that we have. with-
Yeah, so if he doesn't present it and we don't expend it, what's he not gonna get it?
Well, that's
That's what
my
ARPA does.
take, but I think we need to have some. I spoke with Christie about it. last
he
week.
just emailed late last week, or right before Christmas or something.
And see, and I'd like to pick up a phone call. Or I would,
No, I think you wanna pick the phone up, right?
well, no, what I would like, for example, is for you to say or you or somebody, D, whomever, say, hey, I want internet service from Liberty Communications out of 200 and regular.
Mm-hmm.
Can you provide it?
There are a lot out that way. I've even seen some guys, they've been out that way.
Okay, and that's,
Stuff.
but the contract requires them to be able to provide service at the residential level.
But do you think it's fair to tell them today, have you done this? Because it's got to be done before the
We
31st.
told him every time he's come in here.
I know, but I think it's fair. Just get him in there so we can say, look, you've done it, show us the proof, or you don't get the
Well,
money.
that's,
I asked him to come and fix.
yeah. And the thing is that I also said to him the last time he was here, where are the reports?
Mhm.
You sitting here and telling us this is great.
Mhm. But last time here, he said he was gonna bring us this by the first or second week of October.
But he also said he wasn't up in the northwest quadrant of the county when he sat here. So maybe he's got up there now.
Do you think he really knows where he's at?
I don't know, but he got $500,000.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't, but he did.
Liberty Communications.
Yeah.
Well, Natel and transferred
Yeah,
over.
They
Yeah.
did it transfer over.
Yes.
And the other thing is, did you set aside $100,000 for low income? Requirement in that contract.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it.
But I just don't think it's fair to, well, get him in here, question it, but
Yeah,
I think if it goes past the 31st, we lose the money.
well,
He would lose it and we would lose it.
right. And it's, and the contract requires it too. It's the
Yeah.
31st.
Yeah.
So
Um,
Of December.
yeah.
the
in
contract
December.
does, yeah. With him.
Well, the ARPA funds, you've got to have obligated them by a year ago and expended them by this December 31st. So it's December 29th.
If you see which set.
Because we would both lose the money.
And he's not coming back.
Well, then he would lose it and we would lose it. You'd have to return that. Well,
We have to give it, we have to since it was designated, that's where it has to go to. That money,
that's a good question.
but that money was designated to Liberty for broadband.
It was set aside, yeah, because there was a bunch of stuff set aside,
other
like
words-
our door,
The previous board did their due diligence and they, what, not expended, what was the word you said?
Obligated.
Obligated the funds, which was the best that they could do. They had a contract
Mhm.
and they no more than got the ink dry on the paper and the original contract holder sold out.
Yeah, and that transferred to Liberty.
Right, okay.
It was
And
Natel.
so, you know, they have allegedly built all this out, but they never came and showed us that phase one was completed, let alone phase two. And if phase one had been completed, at that point, they were, according to the contract, would have got the 200,000. And then upon completion of phase two and the rest of the project, they would have got the final 74,000 and some
You know,
change.
I think to not deal with these budgets right now, but he needs to get here and talk to us this week. Or everybody's screwed.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I'm online here. Keep telling me I'm online. Or we might all lose out on some money. Yeah, maybe that's what I want to say. And I think that's only, $250,000.
I went back to but I mean, that was, and then we spent all the money on the air conditioning.
What was that under ARPA?
The air conditioning, not that I'm aware of, no. No. So we bought, the new compressors and the splits and so on and so
Right.
forth, and that was,
Oh, that,
well, I remember at one point there was 27,000 in that. And this was 20-some thousand.
how long
down
ago was
here.
that?
Huh?
How long ago was that?
Well, it was during the summer.
Last summer?
Yeah, this last summer, yeah. Yeah. And then that was 15,000 over there,
For the porch,
yeah.
I didn't remember exactly what it
I
was.
mean, I don't know that, I mean, that was an estimate at the
Yeah.
time, not knowing for sure they didn't know for sure what they were going to get into, but, and that was a long time doing as far as that part of it goes. And then we spent all that money downstairs on the assessor's office, the carpet, that sort of thing. So-
Did you figure that out? What that was for?
The 65,000,
Yeah.
Darcy's looking at that right now.
Oh.
So from starting from the bottom, third line up, miscellaneous,
Mhm.
that's the Cardinal School Resource Officer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good to know. Maybe they should list that.
And then. Okay, we'll wait on buildings. Planning and management, 15,000
And
Where are you?
right here.
Oh, okay.
Where? Oh. Joe, where's she at?
11
Oh,
up from the bottom.
Okay,
I didn't
now I gotta
notice that.
count.
And that was what?
Planning and management, so that 15,000 is for the Beacon Schneider website.
Okay,
So how much do you want to budget for that one?
Well, I'm sure it's gonna go up, so I'd say 15.5.
15.5, you say?
Yeah.
I you ruined my system here.
And then electric power, just leave it at 20.
Yeah.
Water and sewer, we're right on track at 1,800.
Yeah,
Now, buildings is a crapshoot, but I mean, we spent a lot of money, but
I just wanna make sure that's where it's at, because there's several
Right.
other buildings.
we are gonna spend some out to do that concrete work.
Yep, oh, that would still be this year. So are we paying,
Oh, no, I'm talking about well, yeah, I guess it would be spring
yeah,
if weather cooperated, otherwise it'd be into the next year, but anyway, so yeah, we're talking about next fiscal year.
if we plan to do.
We had a real good year in 23, 24. We budgeted 94,000, only spent 44. But we budgeted 74 in 24 and 25 and spent 102. So,
What'd you do? Go to the next page?
Memberships.
oh, okay.
Use a membership.
Would Chauncey's, entrance
It's done.
be in in this figure?
I think we've already paid it.
Okay, that's, Joe was asking.
Yep.
So what number are we gonna use?
Well, Susie, I don't know. I just don't think 65 is enough.
So you wanna go 90 or 100 and leave it like that until we see?
Well, I'd go at least 90.
Okay, let's do 90,
On the buildings?
Yeah.
yeah.
Because everything we do costs more money today than it did yesterday.
Yeah.
Of course.
And what did you decide on the dues and membership? What'd you say, Kristen? And that 50 was that?
Oh, I'm not sure what,
Okay.
I can go check real quick if you want me to.
I just put 0 down,
Okay.
because there's a couple different dues and memberships, but. Oh, ISAC and, never mind.
Now we're gonna start getting into the big numbers, Jeff. The data processing services, I'm thinking that's probably the cloud and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna go down any. 5,700.
We're not even halfway there yet.
Right, but if you look at your 24, 25 was 5611,
Oh, yep.
and you went 69, 61.
So how much,
Right.
Lee? What'd you say?
I just put, what did I say, 5,700, is that what I said?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder if that includes the Zoom. That costs a lot.
It could be, what is that a month?
If per year, it's like almost 2,000 or something.
Yeah,
Wow.
information technology, we can zero that because
Yeah, it's all over the place.
the computer software, that is the That's for all the stuff that we pay, the Office 365, all that. I'll leave it at 7650.
Okay,
Emergency management contribution, that's up to emergency management. But it'll still, as far as I know, they're not planning on raising the. So it'd be 84,241,
84,241.
yeah. FICA, I mean, all that stuff. I don't know how we can plug those numbers in. At this point, I think you'd have to let you guys do that when we get the numbers. And group insurance,
Shouldn't we give some sort of figure so they can at least,
yeah, you're right, yeah.
Keep it the same.
because FICA and ACLA should be the same percent until July.
So just do 9,500 on FICA.
Yeah,
And 11,700 on IPERS,
yeah.
39,000 on group insurance.
I'm pretty consistent.
So Christie, is that us?
Just you three?
Yeah.
I think that might
Has to
be,
be more than that.
Yeah,
That's probably Dave's in there,
yep.
because we're not on it,
not on what,
group insurance. We get the 50925, but
right.
that's,
Why?
Like your partial self-funding amount?
oh, that could be that, yeah, okay, that's broken down, yes, I forget, we break that out now, okay. Yeah, so 39,000. I forgot we break that out to everybody now. Equipment insurance. Well, budgeted 543 and we haven't spent it. I just put it at 550 and leave it. Sorry for janitors. Leave it at 23,400. FICA for janitors, 4,500 round figures. Hypers, 5,500. Employee group insurance,
So that's his
which should be
portion.
his portion. So 13,030. Telephone courthouse, 120. That's out here in the foyer.
Correct.
Electric power courthouse, 8,500. Water and sewer, 700. Grounds and buildings, 0. Court liability, that is courthouse, right? The court system.
Mhm.
Abby usually gives us that number, but we just plug in 110,000.
Yeah.
See, out of that, Joe, by the way, comes juvenile detention.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what is the court liability referred to?
It is, it's a court
Salary.
system, that's where we put the money that we have
Salary
to
for
pay the court
janitors
system.
and FICA for janitors.
But-
What did you have?
A lot of it is for juvenile detention.
Salary.
Why is it called tort liability?
That's just the line item that they use.
23,400.
Okay, so explain that to me one more time so I can write it down.
So Abby is, she oversees that, but
So
it's
salary
it's
janitors,
the money that we pay into the court
Okay.
system.
23,400.
And the large portion of that is
Yep.
juvenile
FICA
detention.
janitors, 4,500.
So you pay 111,000 roughly
Thank
to the
you.
court system.
Yeah, if needed. So it depends on how many juveniles, for example, that we have confined in Montrose.
Okay, so if you have less juveniles, that cost will go down.
Yeah, when we had the two juveniles,
It was.
it was a
terrible.
lot.
Yeah,
Right,
It was very expensive,
while they were waiting for trial.
yeah.
Yeah,
But then once they get convicted and sent to prison, that cost gets off and
Right,
moves over to the,
but it was both of them, it was
oh, that's
costing,
brutal.
yeah, it was
It was-
almost $6,000 a month apiece.
yeah.
So this would also be considered unfunded mandate then?
As
Yeah,
far as I'm concerned, it would be, yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Because whose law did they violate? And I don't mean that facetiously. I mean, they committed murder. And it's not a county ordinance and they weren't sitting there because they violated county
Well, so is
ordinance.
this 111,000? Is that still reflecting that incident or?
Well, we budget that. We don't
Okay.
necessarily expend that.
I
But we
see.
exceeded that amount during that time.
Right.
We're looking at 2024,
And we had
2025.
to take money out of other areas. In fact, we took money out of public health to help compensate for that unplanned expense.
public health.
Yeah.
And then,
And then keep in mind, because they're down in Montrose and they have different trial dates, which I understand,
mhm.
we're transporting them back and forth and that comes out of the sheriff's budget.
Okay, which then obviously the sheriff's budget's your budget too.
Yeah.
What's the average dollar amount then? I mean, what's it
Well,
usually
you
at
can
if it's
you
not
can
at
see across
110?
that line item. We're 90,000 in 23-24. Actual expense was 88,000. We budgeted 100,000 in 24-25. We spent 102.
But so all that would still be related to the ongoing murder trial, right?
Correct.
I guess I'm just trying to get in my head like what a baseline in a typical year would be.
Right. So far this year, she hasn't.
Because we'd have to
shown
look back several years.
She hasn't
before this
shown
for
any
him to figure that
expense,
out.
but,
Oh, okay,
okay.
okay.
But still, the point is that if we have juveniles down there, even if they're only there for a couple of weeks,
Right.
and it used, I don't know what it is now, Joe or Susie, I don't know who's on that.
I'm on that.
It used to be, it was $165 a day.
Wait, and your total budget is only how many million?
Well, this is just the supervisor's budget you're looking at.
Oh, okay.
It's not,
Oh, I see.
okay. Now, the sheriff's budget is 4.5 million round figures.
Okay.
Road department's 4.5 million round figures. But that road, and the point I want to make on that road department budget, that largely goes to salary and wages, equipment repair, sand and salt, contract rock that's not covered by farm to market roads, and fuels, that sort of thing. We buy culverts, we get 120,000, or I'm sorry, we get 20% of our sales tax revenue, which is about 140,000 goes to bridges and culverts. So we buy culverts and stuff. But my point is that our large road projects, our bridge projects, that is all farm to market and federal dollars, state dollars and federal dollars, and grant money. Very little comes out of our road budget. We've got a very small road budget in the grand scheme of things.
Okay. I was just trying to wrap my head around the level of variance that,
Right.
you know, that one incident could represent.
And then public health and environmental health. And I think the state should be funding environmental health. It's DNR rules, DNI Iowa code that the consumer has to install these systems.
We're getting away from the budget sheet though, right? Those
That's
are
exactly
different
right.
line items.
But what I'm saying is that you were asking where you were coming down to as well, it's only a couple $1 million.
Well, no, I was just
Oh, okay.
trying to comprehend. I
Yeah,
was
it's
asking.
closer to 15 million.
Right. Well, so then even that $250,000 swing represents a pretty significant variance
Right.
that can throw a big wrench in the.
Yeah,
So just out of curiosity, when this says page 4 out of 77, the other 77 pages would represent all those
yeah.
other departments?
yeah, I just
Okay.
didn't want to print all those pages out,
Oh, that's good too.
so.
Okay. No, and I appreciate the explanation.
But again, at this point, year-to-date activity, we haven't expended any. But Abby's, and I'm not saying we haven't, it's just not showing up here.
Mhm.
And Abby's been, well, the entire auditor's office has been extremely busy with 400 elections. So there's another expense we're gonna have that we have to talk about is new election equipment.
Oh,
And what you tell me that was 85,000?
which equipment is that? The new optical
Ballot
scanners?
machine, yeah,
Was that was a new requirement too?
no, but ours, we had two machines that kind of fell apart this last
Okay.
election, so we have to get new ones.
Okay.
There's only 3 counties left that were using them.
Now we can spread that over a few years.
Yeah.
They allow us to
Because
make
they're older.
payments. But another thing, for example, too, that
What's the shelf life on these?
at the sheriff's office, we buy the control panel, the dispatch panel. We just paid off that dispatch panel. I think it was 7 years, 10 years or 7 years. And it was like $230,000. Now we pay that over multiple budgets. But, there's a lot of hidden expenses that the state legislature isn't necessarily aware of. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's just,
Right.
and the average Joe isn't aware of it either, but we have to buy those things. Okay. So we plugged in 110, right? Yeah. Fidelity and security bond.
Let's say leave it at 70,000.
Okay.
Is that stuff that's gonna come after the first of the year, since it's zero right now?
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
Real property insurance. 71,000. Workman's comp. Well, shall we stay with 10? We've been doing real good this year so far.
so far, but better stay there.
Port liability. Amazing, we haven't expended any of that. Just being, so we'll go 1,500. Cover the occupants, right?
Mhm.
Another fidelity and security bond. 1,650. Now, the American Rescue Plan, Susie, we're pretty well done with all of that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's all zeros. So I'm gonna ask a question, is it because we haven't reached the drop dead date that's all still in there?
Yep.
Okay,
What's the land expense referred to?
I'm sorry, that what?
The land?
Land. Oh,
34.
that was for the Prairie Ridge Campground, new campground.
Oh, okay.
So how that worked out, Jeff, was that he got a grant, 600,000 or so from somewhere. And we were contributing to that as well as a condition of getting that grant. I believe it was a state grant.
yeah, yeah.
And so that 440,000 came out of ARPA funds.
Is that your property now, the county property?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, county
It's
property.
adjacent to the county park, right?
Yes.
That one?
Yeah, on Liberty Drive. Yep. So that helped facilitate that project and generates revenue. Sean Morrissey and Dennis Lewiston, both. Dennis is retired now, but they have done, well, everybody out the park system. And I use it a lot, and I'm very appreciative of all that they do. Rush contribution. Leave it at 9,500. I don't anticipate a decrease. Russ delinquent,
What page are you on?
uh,
Oh, you skipped all the way down to,
Page
yeah, but
five.
there's nothing for American Rescue Plan. ARPA funds. Except the 274, which hasn't been expended yet, and that's the reason we can't zero that out.
Mhm.
And there's still 30. Well, now I got a question.
Why is that under telephone and telegraph, the 274? Oh, it's because of the Liberty
Internet.
Communication.
Right. So on the land, we budgeted 107,000. We've only expended 34,600. So are we sitting on $73,000?
Yeah.
Or is there just payments that haven't been made yet?
Well, I don't know.
Let's find out.
Okay. So the rust delinquent, what that is for East Pleasant Plain and Lynby. Those are the unincorporated areas. And if the resident doesn't pay the sewer bill, we pay it.
Right.
It goes on the property tax. Ray handles all of that.
So you going to leave that at 55?
Yeah. Salary $100,093. Whose salary is that? Oh. That's probably something in roads, right?
Christie, I missed it. What was Russ' contribution?
9,500.
Okay.
So we'll leave the salary at 100,093.
Whose salary is that?
Well, since it's in rural services, it's probably a deputy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot we've switched some of those.
We moved 2 over there.
Not you, 2 or 3, I don't. So what's the figure we're using, Lee?
We'll just leave it at 100,093. FICA 7657. Piper's 9449.
Since that was last year's figures, well,
Yeah, they'll go up, but we don't know what we're
Yeah.
gonna do yet.
okay,
Or, well,
yeah.
I guess it, in theory, wouldn't necessarily go up, but I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
Employee group insurance 18029. Recycling,
Yeah.
25,000.
yeah, that's,
No, we're still in.
that's, well, it's Richie, but it's Conley.
Yeah.
Contributions to other governments, 8,500.
Yep.
So what is that specifically for?
One point it was 16,000.
This is interesting. Back down to libraries. He's only asked for 11,000 so far. I mean,
Yeah, and I'd love to contribute less, but that's a state mandate.
I know that.
What,
What I'm saying
you know, the
is-
code, oh, sorry.
No, you're first.
You don't have the code section on that one memorized, do you?
No, I don't have the code
Okay.
section memorized, no.
Are you mandated that whole amount or do you know how that
We are
works?
mandated a minimum amount, and that's the minimum amount. Used to be 37,000, then it went to 39,000. Now, I may just lie to you.
Oh,
The
no.
minimum amount may still be at 39, and they lobbied us, and we may have raised it. Shannon.
We were paying a lot more than that.
We were, when I first came on board, years ago, way back the first time around, it was at 75,000.
One more criticism of ISAC. When they came a few years ago and they were listing a lot of the state mandates, they left a lot off that list.
Well, because they
So just-
don't, because they don't know. And the reason they don't know is because they don't listen to us.
Yeah, well, we just need a more
Listen,
comprehensive, full-time conversation, but I'm glad I came this morning, by the way.
Yeah. So I mean, that is, the 8,500 for the contribution to the government. That may be where Area 15 comes out of. I don't know, right off the top of my head,
Could you find out?
Where you at on here?
right below the recycling.
I go look up real quick what we've spent that on. Darcy must be busy.
She's sleeping.
So we
Don't
leave
tell her, kid,
the,
that.
she'll come back on that, so we leave the library at 44. Unless the state lowers that.
It's possible, I mean, and I think I already reiterated, I think yeah, the goal was to have everything on the table, including a lot of these things. So it could be an interesting session with a lot of big changes.
Well, of course, you see, the city of Fairfield is the mammoth contributor to the library.
The problem is the library board is insulated from the council, so they have a lot of mandated money coming in, but if they're, now thankfully, there have been very few, what I would consider minor complaints,
Right.
but if there was a major complaint, you know, you guys and the city council would have a tough time exercising power over them,
Right.
so.
Which was, and it's not as important now as it used to be because the school's given the students computers and that sort of thing, but one of the big arguments I had with the library was everybody and their brother was coming in and using the computers and checking their email, and I
Yeah.
don't think the taxpayers should be paying for somebody's email use. While at the same time, students who were having to do homework
Uh-huh,
couldn't use the computers because Joe Smith was on the computer checking his email.
right,
And you had to, what's the word I'm looking for, sign up for computer time. And I brought the board over, we had a long conversation about that. And it really good. That's what it is.
that had been the justification for it, is internet access needing to be ubiquitous in a public service, but now with the broadband expansion over
Yeah.
the last 5 years or so.
Well, and again, the students have access to computers and stuff through the school district and everything now.
That's another controversial conversation that's
Yeah.
starting to brew, though.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't like the term that Mr. Dickey used when he said they were a sacred cow. You know, we are the lowest, townships notwithstanding. And I don't know where the hospital is at, so I'm not gonna throw them under the bus.
Not yet.
But between the city, the school district and the county, we pay $40 a thousand in the city of Fairfield for tax levy.
Mhm.
$7.38 of that is us.
Say that, how many, say that again?
$7.38.
738,
We are not the bad guy in this equation.
right.
And out in the county, it's 33, 31.
Mhm.
Now, I've also been public at commending you guys for bringing the budget down a couple notches last year too. So I recognize the good work you guys have been doing.
So we're less than 10 in the county, right at 10. So of the 33, we're a third of that.
Mhm.
So that's your school. And here, another thing I'd love to see the state do,
Okay,
What did you find out?
we get $1 million of tax revenue from the Dakota Access.
Contribution
license.
at
Okay.
the
School district
Yes.
gets all of theirs.
5,000 was to grow Fairfield.
Townships get theirs.
okay.
But we don't
1,000 to
get to
farm
see
show.
that as separate revenue.
What?
It goes
We talked
into this 2%
I thought it was
allowable
another-
growth.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I see.
But it's a state formula. We don't set that up. We don't determine how they're taxed. The state does.
Right.
But we don't get the benefit of it.
So another clear incongruity that
Yeah,
just doesn't make a lot of sense.
yeah. Okay, what,
This contribution at the government,
yeah.
5,000 of it was to grow Fairfield,
Oh, okay,
1,000 to the farm show.
okay.
Did we have the farm show listed somewhere else?
Yeah, we did. What the-
We didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And we zeroed it out at $1,000.
So we're just.
Farm show was on, page 2.
So if we zeroed out on page 2,
So-
we should zero out here.
We
as well.
zeroed it out on page 2.
So we should zero it out on this page too.
Yes.
What about Grow Fairfield, Lee? Isn't that mainly for the city?
I think that it is, yes. And I guess it depends on how you define economic development.
Pardon me?
I guess it depends on how you define economic development. Now, I know that they brought in, for example, those 2 prison industry homes. And they are, when I say they're reasonably priced, they're about 105,000. They got them set, I don't know what the one on 6th Street is, but the one on the corner of 7th and Jackson is $249,000. Okay? Now,
That's sure low income, isn't it?
according to Area 15, yeah, well, that's my point. According to Area 15,
You know?
okay, which is part of that project process,
Correct?
said that they're only allowed to go 10% above their investment, which
Uh-huh.
means that they invested about 225,000.
If they follow that.
Of course, they had to buy the land, and then the sewer was run to it, and all the landscaping and the
They
garage.
put a garage on it and they done the landscape.
So I'm
And they
not
also
saying that they
damaged it when
didn't.
they put it in here.
Huh?
They
Yeah.
had damage when they put it in.
Yeah, they did. I'm not saying that they didn't have, that they're not just at 10%. I go back to what you just said. Nobody making $15 an hour is gonna buy that house.
I'm not sure somebody making $20 an hour.
Well, you're exactly right. My son makes 22, he can't afford it. You know, 6%
Right,
interest,
right.
you know?
He's probably got a better home where he's at.
Well, I'm talking about Brandon,
Oh, I
but
don't know him.
well, yeah, his house was 200, his loan was 242,000
Mhm.
on that house, 2,500 square feet, that's 1,200 square feet.
Yeah, let me see.
8/10 of an acre, and that's a corner lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to your question, you're preaching to the choir, you know,
So if I'd like to take Go Fairfield down.
okay, take it down, I'm right there with you. Is this peekaboo, is that what that
Is
is?
that, you're going to abstain or something? What's that mean?
I don't see why we fund them. I honestly don't. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm kind of getting tired of giving everybody all the money they want. Because we have to save some money.
Well, no, I agree,
Yes.
and, you know, of course, it used to be FIDA,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and I'm not into, I'm building houses is great. But you gotta have, I go back to the Park Place subdivision by the middle school.
correct.
I'll give you a real brief history on that. That was a feeder project. They bought the land. They invested. Well, they got French Garnicker to do the engineering work. The city put in the infrastructure. They sold the lots for about round figures $5,000 a piece. They were supposed to be $60,000 homes. This is, I'm working for Ross Walker. Ross Walker was on the feeder board at the time. And they were wanting to bring people in from Eldon and Batavia that worked in Fairfield to get them to move here and pay property tax here. That was the purpose behind that. They're supposed to be entry-level homes. Well, you saw what happened down there. They're in entry-level homes down there. And in fact, they tried to keep Don and Mary Milholland out from building a farmer's home in there. And that's another story. But my point is, it's a beautiful place. But all the people that moved in there from other places in the city of Fairfield.
They're already working here.
Right, like John
Interesting.
Kelly, our superintendent.
Mhm.
And those are very high dollar homes. It's beautiful and
You're talking Dogwood Drive.
yeah, all of that
Yeah.
down there, yeah. But my point is that it didn't turn out to be what we were told it was going to be, which was low to moderate income housing. And they used a section out of the code, they tiffed the area and, the whole 9 yards. And so for 10 years or whatever, till the infrastructure got paid, nobody saw any taxes off of it anyway, other than the city to recoup their losses, which I understand that's how that works, but anyway. So, to my point, you can take it down to wherever you want to take it and I won't complain. So the two of you decide how low do you want to go?
I already spoke my piece.
I think,
I sit on that board, lights on it. They're in there making money. I don't think.
You don't
rather-
even get to see the budgets, do you?
Nope.
I guess I would rather see Grow Fairfield spend their time and energy going south of the 4-lane to get some businesses in here.
Yeah, look how empty that is out there. And they own a bunch of land there.
Yes, they do.
And for some reason, and my understanding is we got lucky, we stubbed our toe on the spec building. Because the state said, wait a minute. We gave you money for economic development by paying for half of that road and that's what you did? Now, I thought that was economic development, but they didn't think so much.
Well, I think when it's economic development, because of what it used to do, I think that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't care if we give them anything this year. We
Okay.
need to cut money.
All right. Zero?
Yep.
That would be nothing.
Funny how that works. Contributions to libraries. Well, we have to stick 44 for now. we may get a note from the legislature saying, congratulations.
You know, it amazes me. We gave them 44,288 and they've only asked for 11,000.
Mhm.
I think it's a
72.
quarterly. I think it's a quarterly payment.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess it would be.
Yeah,
But if I was them, I'd rather have my money sitting in a savings account drawing some interest as opposed to us holding if they really need it.
again, I don't see the benefit to the rural.
No,
I mean, I realize library cards are free, but how many times do you go into the library, Joe?
I do, but I have kids.
Well, you know,
My wife used it when our kids was small, but now that they've grown, I go in there for meetings in the first door and around to the right.
Mhm.
And I don't use the library anymore. We got internet and everything.
but the thing is, Joe, anybody can use that library. We don't have to be from Jefferson County.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Well, let's see, we used to contribute to all the libraries around Batavia, even to Richland, and we pulled all of those back.
no
Uh,
wonder Batavia has a little library.
Yeah,
Do they still have a library in Batavia?
Yeah, little one.
yeah, Richland's got a nice little library.
Yeah, yeah. And
Aqua did at one time.
that lady just retired from the Richland Library.
Yeah.
So anyway, FICA, I'm sure who that's for, but
So why would we have FICA and IPERS here and group health below libraries? We're not funding any of that stuff, are we?
That's not from the library. It'd be,
For who?
what's a separate,
Oh, you're right. I didn't look at the numbers over here. I'm sorry.
well, that's kind of interesting. We got a negative 592.
Yeah, it'd take forever to explain that one.
Well, we're just plugging it out. I don't know. Here, it's the end of the last page. Move to here. Townships, clerks and trustees. Yeah, I'll just leave that at 5. Planning and management, 0. Sanitation disposal, we have a line item for that. Area 15, that's gonna stay, as far as I know, it's gonna stay the same.
2568.
Yeah. And the RPA will stay the same.
What are those for, Lee?
Same thing as Regional Housing Trust Fund, those are just the dues to belong to Area 15 regional planning.
Okay.
And RPA is transportation. Regional planning is your hazard mitigation, your grants to your community development block grants for sewer projects, things of
Yeah.
that nature. RPA is for transportation. So Dwayne is on the TAC committee,
Yeah,
which meets with RPA and other engineers, and then they review projects and submit projects. So a lot of the projects that I see on RPA where we use STP funds,
mhm.
Dwayne has submitted and it's been approved by the TAC committee,
Yeah,
and then we review it.
this is worth the money spent.
Okay.
So we can, it takes a long time to build up, but we can build up several $1 million in STP funds. It's over a period of a couple of years. But by belonging to this, we can access those funds. So, I think it was $2 million. I'm not exactly sure, but we used STP funds to do, Packwood Road, contributed to do the Packwood Road south of Brookville. So, so that's how we access some of the federal dollars that Dwayne gets is through the STP program.
Okay.
At one point, the state had set up a program where we didn't have to have a 20% match. They did the match because they were equipped to do that. We thought that was a great thing. So we could get a project, and if we got $1 million, we didn't have to match it with 20%. Because it would come directly from the state. But the state rethought that process a year or two later and said, we don't like the way that works, so we're gonna do it different, go back to the way we did it before.
Yeah.
So you got all that down?
Just going back, I know you guys were asking about that buildings line. Where we've spent 65,000.
Yeah,
It was for all the HVAC,
okay. Which was the air
I
conditioning.
believe it's right there.
the door, south door, county attorney entry, modern plumbing. Basement, there's a bunch of big projects this year.
All right,
Well, Jeff, I want to thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. You get me here.